Welcome to Floor and Decor. I'm your host, John. Here with me today, we have our Floor and Decor expert, George, who'll be helping us out. Thanks for being here, George.
You're welcome.
So, I've planned my project, my design is set, and I'm ready to go. For the do-it-yourself types, or perhaps just the curious, how do I select the right installation materials for my project?
Well, great question. Let me ask, have you done any research?
I've tried to, but there is so much information out there, it's overwhelming.
There is, right? So I'll make it pretty simple. I'll walk you through the flow of a project. So for the tile and stone side, we have prep, we have set, we have grout, and then the last step is seal and maintain. All four steps are super important. If you're doing a wood job or a laminate job or a vinyl job, the first step is going to be prep again. Then there's the set, but this is where it changes a little. There's trim and molding. So we have quarter rounds, reducers, T-molds to help finish out the job. And the last step is clean and maintain.
So by prep, you mean like to prep the floor?
Exactly. So you want to make sure your substrate is smooth, flat, clean, dry before you do anything.
What is that, substrate?
Well, substrate's just really a fancy term of really the product you're installing on top of. So before you start installing a floor, tile or wood product, you got to plan the floor, which is extremely important. And there's some key things that you'll want to have with you at all times. The first thing is a level to make sure the flooring that you're installing is level. You're also going to want to plan by using and square up your room with a tape measure. Okay. Because you don't want to end up with a small cut on one end and a big piece on the other. You want everything to be square.
So in terms of setting, how do I know which one to use in what circumstance? How do we start?
It can get kind of confusing, but I'll make it really easy. Okay. So anything over 15 inches on any side is considered a large format tile. So what we recommend, anything over 15 inches, so let's just take a 12 by 24 tile. We recommend to use a 1/2 inch notch trowel.
So once I've laid the grout, I'm done, right?
Not quite. Now you got to clean and maintain, right?
Can I use any cleaner, or do I need a specific one for what I've used?
Yeah, I don't recommend using those cleaners you have under your sink right now. I would use a cleaner that's really specific to the material you're using. Just keep in mind, right, as you're doing this, be very patient with the job. And you want to stay organized and clean throughout the job, because the more organized and clean you are, the easier it's going to be. So really pay attention to the details and just know you have somebody here at Floor and Decor to help you out.
All right, well, thank you, George. I learned a lot. Hope y'all learned a lot, and I look forward to seeing you in the store.